Well, hello and welcome to Razorcast. It's another week,
It is.
and we're back again.
We are back as per usual with
A brand new rap. I don't know what that rap is yet, but we'll have to come up with a rap.
No pressure.
No, only under pressure.
Yeah, so we're changing as of Chris's announcement. We're changing the style of the podcast. It's now going to be a freestyle rap battle podcast.
Exactly it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I might just start scatting.
The first theme, I've seen that on the internet, and I don't want anything to do with it.
I don't know. I mean, didn't Scatman John dedicate his life to it?
Oh God! What a horrible image!
Oh no!
Little man with a little mustache singing and covered in poo.
Ew, no. Can we? Let's move on from there.
Let's indeed. Yeah.
Anyway, as always, I'm still Chris.
I am also still Chris.
So not.
Although I'm barely capable of saying it, apparently.
But anyway, as we said last week, we're changing the format to the end of this show.
Yes, we are.
So, for those who know, you know. But if not, we always start off where we start, and that's with Fresh Cuts.
Yeah, that's our news segment.
That's our news. Then we talk about what we've been listening to this week. Mm-hmm. So this week comes Evoken.
Yeah. Hypnagogia. I know you were trying to avoid saying.
I was trying so bad. Architects with Holy Hell.
Yeah.
For me, this week, I'm going to talk about a band with a very large name.
Yeah, it seems excessive.
I'll announce that later on.
Yeah.
And you've been listening to?
I have been listening to a band that I'm going to properly review next week. It's an album from 2017 by a band called Great American Ghost. And we're also going to do a bit of a gig roundup because we've both been
many gigs.
Sociable.
We have
over the last week and a bit.
And I think in a couple of weeks we're going to be sociable and going to gigs together.
Oh my God!
Yeah, right. Who would have thought it?
Inception.
Oh, brilliant. And at the end of this podcast, we're going to be doing our new segment, which, I've been wanting to call it Playlist for the Damned. Yeah. But we haven't thought of a name for it properly yet.
I came up with mixtape because I'm old and I like making mixtapes, or I did anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't know what to call it yet, but it will be the basic premise is we will pick or hopefully you guys will help us pick a topic each week, and we will discuss and create a playlist that we will put on Spotify for you guys to listen to based on that particular topic. So this week we were going to do one thing, and then sad news that Stan Lee had died, Marvel head honcho.
Yeah.
We decided to do
some superhero music. Yeah. So basically soundtracks from superhero movies.
Yeah.
So we might even throw some cinema, whatever it is we do. Reviews.
Yeah, you never know. You might get the odd... you probably will get the odd film review from me. So I've picked some absolute beauties.
Oh, nice. Tasty. Anyway, let's start where we start always. Fresh Cuts.
Fresh Cuts, indeed.
Where should we start?
Should we start with Download?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, we like Download.
We do. We're quite big fans of Download. So Download...
Just saying, if Andy Coppin's listening, we require 2 media passes, please.
Yeah, and access to private showers as well, because I'm not going to go into it actually. Why? But just because. So anyway, Download.
I was just about to ask, does it still hurt?
So Download this week, we obviously talked the other week when they had announced their headliners, and we were very, very excited.
Oh, very excited for that.
And this week they have announced some more.
Yeah.
As they do, before.
Very tasty stuff,
Yes. So, supporting the likes of Def Leppard, Slipknot and Tool over the weekend. I'm not going to go through all of them because some of them I couldn't give a flying shit about.
Yeah, we're talking about You Amity Affliction.
I wasn't going to say that, you evil man.
Well, I did.
I was going to say Blackberry Smoke. And Zebrahead. Who the hell needs to listen to Zebrahead?
Hey. That's on my gig roundup this week.
God.
Very good.
Okay. So, joining those plethora of bands of different quality are Eagles of Death Metal.
Nice.
Yeah, they do a thing.
They do a thing and were involved in a thing, which is now making them a bigger thing.
Yeah, and I don't know if I particularly like the thing that they do, but they do a thing. So I'm sure there'll be people there that will like them.
Yeah.
Dream Theatre, which will be a great opportunity to have a nap.
I was going to say, you listen to one song, you could have gone and had about 50 beers between.
Yeah, they'll do a 90-minute set, and they'll play half of one song.
Yeah.
But I'm sure some people will love that. They've got the odd good tune.
They do.
Tune in it. Lamb of fucking God.
Oh, I'll tell you more about them on my gig review.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah.
Because they were supporting.
Oh, you son of a beach. So Lamb of God, talking about Slayer. Slayer will also be playing their final UK show at Download 2019, which I think most people saw coming, didn't they?
Oh yeah, big time. Especially since this is meant to be their last tour.
Exactly. So where better to end than Donington, the spiritual home of fucking rock and metal.
Yeah, exactly it.
And also the other big name that are joining, looks like on the Sunday, is Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah, I'm quite excited for that one. It's been a while since I've heard them on tour.
Yeah, well, I'm slightly excited and also slightly worried, because if they do... I love Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah.
If they do a set full of classics, then they will make me a very happy man.
Same.
And also 80,000
Hey, I'm just hoping Billy Corgan throws in the odd wrestling reference, because, he's a wrestling promoter these days.
He is.
And by the way, if you want to listen to any more wrestling stuff, go to Grapple Junkies.
Oh yeah, do. Yeah, there's a guy that sounds remarkably like Chris.
Yeah, very much.
Is one of the hosts.
I've told that he's very good at what he does.
Apparently so, yeah. Apparently he's very knowledgeable about man-on-man action.
I knew it was going to come.
So he said. Sorry.
That's okay. No.
Yeah, so Smashing Pumpkins, I am looking forward to that. If they play their bangers, then brilliant. If they play Zero and they play like Bullet with Butterfly Wings and Tonight and stuff like that, I will be having a lovely time.
Oh, same.
If they come out and they do what they apparently did at their London show,
which was
a few weeks back, they played Wembley or the O2.
Yeah.
They did some weird shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they did 4 covers.
It's not like I was going to say 9 Inch Nails when he played Sonosphere. When I saw that was meant to be their last tour.
Yeah.
And Trent turned around and was just like, yeah, I'm not playing to a bunch of Metallica fans.
Yeah.
So he played a load of weird stuff.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I get it. Trent Reznor turned. 9 Inch Nails are a bit fucking contrarian and stuff. Smashing Pumpkins apparently got various special guests out that were crap. The guy from fucking, what's the band called? Some shitty band. Something Ray.
I can't remember.
Not Stingy Ray or fucking
Ray J.
No, I don't know. Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray. Yeah.
Sugar Ray. You're fucking. And they did a Sugar Ray cover.
Really?
Who wants to go and see the Smashing Pumpkins do a Sugar Ray cover?
Well, not me.
Just stop being an egg-headed fuck, Billy, and play. Just turn up and play all the good ones, or I'm gonna come up there and slap you.
Shall I swing on to another egg-headed fuck?
Yes, please. Were you talking about me again?
Well, no, I wasn't going to. But you did cut yourself shaving this week. I did see.
Quite badly.
Quite badly.
Yeah.
Corey Taylor was playing a set recently.
Uh-huh.
And a fan went and tried to rush him on stage and got laid the fuck out by the security.
Oh, dear.
I'm talking, the security guy, he's hench.
And poleaxed him.
Pretty much speared him to the ground.
Nice.
And... yeah, Corey Taylor goes, well, it sucks to be you. And yeah. Just goes over to the drummer, gives him a bit of a fist bump. And,
Corey, see, I do love about Corey that he just seems like a lovely bloke. Yeah. And he just seems like somebody who's not really fazed by anything. He's just like, oh, there's a thing that's happening.
He turned around afterwards, he went, nobody get on my fucking stage. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've been to Stone Sour gigs and stuff, and people have crowd surfed, and he's high-fived them as they've gone up the barrier. And
but that's different.
He's not like the sort of bloke who's like, don't fucking come near me. I don't want to speak with my fans. He is a genuinely top bloke.
No, he is.
But
he always has been.
Don't jump on stage and try and rush a singer. You are going to get your spine compressed.
And he did.
By some 93 stone steroided out.
I don't know if you've seen the
security guard.
Well, by the sounds of it, I don't know if you've seen the video for it at all or anything like that.
I haven't. No.
You may hear this in the background, guys, but let's skip forward to it because it was a little
bit. Good song.
Yeah.
During Bother. Why did you do it during Bother?
Did you see it?
Sucks to be you, dude.
Oh dear. He's had an absolute. He's in some real trouble. There's a problem and some trouble going on.
Yeah, here you go, slow mo.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Wait for it.
Yeah.
Bang.
Oh dear. Sorry, mate. Yeah, he's not had a good time there. No, he's really not had a good time at all.
No. So, yeah, just don't rush Corey on stage.
Just don't rush anyone on stage. Don't jump on stage.
No, you'll find the video.
Not Shifty Shell Shock. Something Two Shits or whatever his name was.
Oh, Shaggy Two Dope.
That's him. Yeah, he found that out.
He found that out. Yeah. News. Are you?
News. Oh yeah. So I'm really surprised when I mentioned this to you that you haven't heard about this story.
Yes, you did say so. You were going to leave it just for the podcast.
Yes. So, Threatin.
Already sounds good.
Yeah, your new favourite band. Apparently, everyone's new favourite band in the UK because they have just been on a UK tour.
Right.
So they played the Underworld, Camden Underworld.
Love that venue.
It's a great venue.
Amazing.
They played to 3 people. Those 3 people.
Was it an exclusive show?
And these 3 people were friends with the support act. So,
wow.
Sounds slightly confusing. Basically, there's an American guy called, I think he calls himself Joey Threatin or something, or Jared, that's it.
Jared Threatin.
Yeah. I'm just going to get the thing up so I'm not talking out of my bum. Yeah, Jared Threatin. So, he's basically... basically what he did is he has catfished the music scene in the UK. He started this band called Threatin, which is him. It's him recording his own music.
Okay.
So he's one-man band, and he then created various fake Facebook profiles and emails and all sorts of stuff, and then started contacting promoters and venues in the UK, i.e. the Camden Underworld was one, pretending to be a promoter, saying, I've got this band, Threatin, they're from the US, they're really big out here, they're going to be fucking huge. Can we book your venue?
Yeah.
The Underworld said, well, hang on a minute. Can you sell the tickets? And she said, yeah, we've got interest. We probably already sold the tickets. Like, not a problem.
Yeah.
So they paid their money, which apparently Camden Underworld is not cheap to hire as a venue. So they paid the money to do it. The woman said, no, don't worry about it. We sold it out. So the Camden Underworld are there thinking, oh, cool, we got a sold out place. I wonder what this fucking band are doing.
Yeah.
The guy then paid some session musicians to come tour in with him.
Okay.
He budgeted $300 for their food for a 6-week tour.
$300 for 6 weeks?
He ran out within the week. Like, he was barely able to pay them, but he was paying this all out of his own pocket because there was nobody turning up to these fucking shows because nobody knew who he was. So he's booking venues, he's going along, he's playing like sets. The Camden Underworld, the guys that work there basically said it is the worst fucking piece of shit show they've ever seen in their life. It was fucking tragic, and they will never ever allow him to play there again.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this is mental. So he has fucking hell, what was it he did? He booked basically the whole tour and stuff. They reckon cost him $30,000 somebody did a really good article on it. I'm trying to find the name of the bloke who did the article but I can't find it.
So this guy just comes from America, decides to book out all these gig venues. Nobody's ever listened to him. Nobody's ever heard of him really in real life.
No.
But yet he decides to do it anyway.
Yeah, so he paid 780 quid to book the Underworld for the night, and 3 people turned up. They told them that they'd sold 291 tickets.
Right.
And then on the day, nobody turned up. And he played basically to himself. Now, he's apparently got hundreds of Facebook friends, and all these fans that were leaving him thingies. Basically what he's done is he's paid one of these companies in Brazil to fake Facebook profile him.
Oh, really?
One of the best things is he's got a YouTube channel, right? And some of his YouTube things, like, he was writing all of his own YouTube comments, essentially, because he was just doing them all. And some of them, mate, were fucking brilliant. Honestly, you should go, if any of you want to check this out. If you go, oh no, thanks. Go to YouTube, go to Threatin', and the song, I think it's Breaking the World, or is it Living is Dying? It might be Living is Dying. Now, for one, it's an utterly, utterly terrible song, but the comments on it are utter genius.
Is this like 3 Wolf Moon sort of scenario?
Oh mate, honestly, they're freaking hilarious. He's basically created all these YouTube posts from himself. They're all sort of young, attractive kind of goth and emo girls saying, "Oh, Jared Threatin', I love you more than life itself. I would prefer to kiss you than I would have oxygen in my lungs." Like the cringiest shit you've ever seen in your entire life. This guy is not
serious. Seriously, like, why would you put yourself out of that much money?
It's mad, isn't it? This is the thing that I can't understand. Like, just booking it would be kind of funny.
But if it's going to cost him around 30 grand out of his own money...
That's what they reckon, for flights and for the accommodation, because he obviously had to put the musicians up, he had to pay for the transport, he had to pay for the venues...
What kind of hoax is this? There has to be a catch to it somewhere.
The thing is, his...
unless he's just done this out of, all out of his own money, to then just become some, I don't know, meme.
I think this is the point. I can't see any other way around. The thing is... okay, so somehow Threatin', Living is Dying, the official music video... has got 1.2 million views on YouTube.
That's just all off the back of the story, surely.
Well, it had a shit ton before that, and half of them are paid for. Like, it is...
What is going on?
Fucking genius. Honestly,
just get in a bin.
When you get home, and anyone that's sat there, like, listening, just just go to YouTube and listen to that song, Living is Dying. It is fucking laughable. And then just have a little flick through the YouTube comments. You might have to flick back quite a few comments, because obviously a lot has gone up over the last week of people just giving him abuse. But before that, you start seeing some absolute howlers. They are hilarious.
Oh, I'm going to have to find that, because that just sounds... Mate, you can't write these things, can you?
Genuinely, that's the plot of a film.
It is.
Innit?
Oh, yeah, big time.
Like, it's like... You know that film with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks? You can't Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
It's like that, but if Leonardo DiCaprio's character had some sort of severe brain injury.
Oh my God!
Like, Jared, what are you doing, fella?
Just stop. Seriously, just give up. Just go back to your day job, whatever it was.
I don't even know what his day job was. I'd like to find out.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, if he's ever about and he does to hear this, please get in contact with us. We'd love to shoot you. We would actually shoot you an interview if you actually get in contact.
100%, Jared. If you want an interview, then
we would happily do so.
Yeah.
Because you're a fucking idiot. Anyway, let's go.
Yeah, from the less weird, I suppose.
From the less weird. Phil Anselmo.
Yeah.
Has just the other day put up a live stream of him and the Illegals doing a Pantera cover set. Now that sounds fucking tasty.
Yeah.
And I don't know much about it. I didn't catch it because obviously it's all in American time, so I would have been far asleep.
Yeah.
But I need to find it, like, if it's out there on the internet or something, because just to hear Phil Anselmo doing, you know, his shtick with Pantera.
Yeah, I mean he's quite over the years he's covered Pantera songs, and even with Down they've covered Pantera, but I don't know if I want to hear Phil covering Pantera with the Illegals, if I'm honest.
No,
not really. Like Phil can't do he can still do the brutal stuff.
Yeah. But he can't
sing
stuff.
Cemetery Gates.
No.
Like Cemetery Gates is way beyond him these days. His voice is fucked. And I don't want to hear. Do you know what? We've kind of talked about this a couple of times. I don't really ever want to hear people cover Pantera.
No,
I don't really care. Like, I'm sure lots. Don't get me wrong.
I've heard some good covers in the past.
Yeah, and absolutely. And would I cover Pantera like myself? Yeah, because it'd be fun.
Yeah,
like, but I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to release it. I wouldn't want to play it live.
Just far because, from it.
Like, it doesn't matter how good a guitarist you are. You ain't Dimebag.
No, you ain't.
You can't play like Dimebag.
We've talked about it in the past.
Yeah, you can't play like him.
No.
So shut up. Put the guitar down. Piss off. In the middle of the gig.
Just in the middle of the gig.
Imagine that, the guitar, like they just start playing.
Start dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, that's it. I'm done. I'm not Dimebag.
It's amazing. Have you got any more news?
No.
I'll shoot you one more of the news story that's happening.
Yeah, go on then.
There is, at the moment, a pastor in Texas, which is trying to stop Ghost from touring in Texas.
Oh yeah, I sort of semi-heard about this.
Yeah, so the pastor, let's see if I can find his name. Larry Long, Pastor Larry Long. He has come out and said, I don't know that we can stop the band from coming. I don't know how that works, but
it doesn't.
But this is very concerning to me.
Of course it is. Of course it's concerning to you because you're a tit. Because you don't understand the difference between pantomime and real life, you fucking numpty.
That's exactly it. But he goes on and on and on saying how, you know, we're all Christians in this state and stuff like that. And yet you're going to come here and talk about Satan and stuff and put on this satanistic show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's fun.
It's fun.
It's pantomime.
Metal. That's the idea of metal in general.
Yeah.
Playing off fears.
Exactly. Well, it's pantomime. It's theatre. It's not serious.
Exactly.
I hope the guy's... He's not going to be listening to this, is he? But I hope he is. I might just turn it...
Well, to be fair, we've had that Christian group get in touch with us.
Do you know what? Christian group that got in touch with us. If you can push this his way, or... If not, I'm going to change the name of the podcast on everything to Jesus Chat.
So Jesus Chat.
So he listens to it.
That's the name of the episode.
But he needs to listen to this because I don't understand this worry about... I never understood it about Marilyn Manson. Like, why are people threatened? Why do people think that if your kids listen to somebody who dresses a bit weird or has weird contact lenses in, that they're all of a sudden going to go
you mean his eyes aren't really like that?
I don't know. Is he not a human zombie man? Did he not have all of his ribs removed so he could suck his own rectum? I don't know. No, he didn't. His name's Brian. For fuck's sake.
But, just to go off of that, he then went off and got a group of locals and held a prayer meeting to hope that ghosts don't come to Texas. Because talking to the Lord himself is going to save you.
Could you imagine
did he save us from 9/11? No, he didn't.
Could you imagine if it did though? Could you imagine if like Ghost came driving in their tour bus, and I imagine they're on a bus now, like a pretty decent bus. Imagine they come driving in their tour bus, and they're just about to get to the Texas state border. As they come past the Texas state border, a massive, great big, like Monty Python-esque foot just slaps the crap out of them. Just
get out of Texas.
Yeah. Get out of Texas. Satanist pigs. I'd love that.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
More things should be like Monty Python. Real life should be more like Monty Python.
Life of Brian.
Monty Python.
Right. Should we go over to what we've been listening to? Because we've been ranting on for about the last 25 minutes.
Yeah, I've been listening to the new Monty Python soundtrack.
Is it called Spam?
Actually, a local... I'm not going to talk about it now.
Right. Which album do you want to start with this week?
I don't give a hoot.
Let's start with Evoken.
Okay. That segues nicely because I said hoot, and on the front cover is an owl.
There is.
So,
exactly it.
See what we did there? Clever. Multi-layered.
Exactly
the kind of intelligent conversation you get from us.
So Evoken released their new album.
Hypnagogia.
Because I'm trying to avoid every time.
I know, I noticed.
So they are from Lyndhurst.
Yes, they are. Not in the New Forest.
No, but from New Jersey.
Yeah.
They started in 92.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't release their first album until 1998.
That's lazy, isn't it?
Wow, to be fair, they had quite a few lineup changes in that time before even releasing an album.
Jesus.
No, he didn't. He wasn't a part.
He
of the
wasn't
lineup.
a part of the band.
No, he wasn't part of it.
That pastor's going to be pissed right off.
Yeah, he will be. But this is their 6th studio album.
Mm-hmm.
They are an American funeral doom metal band.
That's what I saw. Funeral doom.
Yeah, doom metal would have been fine, but
yeah, funerals are like. I mean, they're sad things at the best of times. You don't need to make them doomy.
Oh, far from it, do you?
No.
So because doom metal is funeral-esque anyway, isn't it?
Doom's about death and destruction anyway, surely.
Hence
and
doom.
Doomy things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But no, for me, this is a new album by obviously Evoken that feels like it's got a huge production value in it, in the sense of the ambiency, the very sort of stripped back, sort of in some weird ways relaxed way it is.
Yeah, I agree. There is some relaxed parts on it. There's some,
but for me, it does heavily rely on all that sort of ambiency sort of sound to it.
See, I don't think it relies heavily enough on it, if I'm honest.
Really?
So anyone that doesn't know, anyone that's never listened to a doom metal album, it kind of sounds like it it's fairly
like
onomatopoeic. It kind of sounds like the end of the world. The riffing tends to be very kind of slow and sludgy, and the songs, and this is very
just don't
much,
go by Ghost, which are classed as a doom metal band, because they're not doom.
No, they're not. Well, we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
They're metal ABBA, aren't they?
No, exactly.
MABBA. Yeah, so doom metal is usually classified. It's usually categorised with this kind of doomy.
Yeah, it's just a very stripped back approach to death metal, essentially.
Yeah, and it's a lot slower.
Yeah,
and it's kind of builds and meanders.
Yeah,
really.
But this is what this does. This album itself does build and sort of again meanders, but the death elements of this, like the doomy sort of guttural vocals, I think works so well off of what they're trying to do with this, with the ambiency of what does sound like the end of the world.
Yeah. I don't agree.
No?
No, not. There's some parts of it that I do. There's some things I do agree with you. Like, as I said, I really like. I genuinely like the bits when they go really ambient or they go really atmospheric.
Yeah.
Like my favourite parts of the album are when they really lean into those kind of the strings and the pianos and the sort of like Jesus, I hate
that
saying
sort
this.
Of synthy sort of.
I hate saying this. I even like the bits where they've got like flutes and stuff. Yeah. And I fucking hate that sort. I hate flutes.
But in this sort of setting,
if I saw somebody playing a flute at a gig, I would break it in half and jam both ends up their nostrils. That's how much I hate flutes.
So you hate Ron Burgundy's jazz?
That's jazz flute. That's totally different.
Brilliant. But no, for me, this is more of an album that I wouldn't say you'd go out of your way to listen to and focus on it. It's one of those that you would put on in the background.
You really need to, if you want to get, I think if you want to get the most out of this album, you really need to listen to it. You really need to go, right, I am in the mood to listen to this. You need to immerse yourself in it. You can have it in the background and it will kind of...
Yeah, and it will circulate and you can still digest the album.
I agree.
That's what I quite like about this, because it's not a hard of listening to album.
No, it's not. It's very long. I will say that it is a really long.
It is a very long album.
And it's only 8 songs, and 2 of those are not songs; they're just interludes.
Yeah.
But even the interludes are
quite long,
2.5, 3 and a bit half minutes, and I'm like, I could really do without listening to the same. Because
interludes tend to be repetitive.
Oh, they're not. Yeah, they're not even riffing in them. Like the guitars are ringing. It's just ring with the same chord, and then it rings out again.
Yeah, that feedback just sort of carries on forever.
It's something that Tony Iommi used to do brilliantly with Sabbath. He'd let a note ring out for ages.
But he would do that in a song, not as an interlude.
Exactly, and it does go on too long for me, if I'm honest. It doesn't go enough places for me, if I'm honest.
Yeah, no, I can understand that.
The riffing is a bit boring for me. For me, personally.
For me, I mean, this is an album that's come at the right time for me. I mean, it's just been in the right mood for me.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, it's a mood album. If you're in the mood for it, you'll probably get a lot out of it.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, for me, like I say, you have to be in the right mood. You have to be willing with this album.
Yeah.
Let it take you.
Yeah. I will say, like, the couple of things I did that did prick my ears up.
Yeah.
The end of Feign Ebullience or Ebullience.
Ebullience, yeah.
Something like that. There's some strings right at the end of that, and I really like that bit. And it sounds really kind of... It's doomy and dark and kind of sinister, but at the same time it's kind of beautiful.
It is very much.
The strings. Do you know what it reminds me of, weirdly? It reminds me of the intro to Making a Murderer.
Oh, brilliant, yeah.
And I was like, but with that kind of metal-y kind of guitar in the background, I thought, that works really well.
Kind of beefs it up a little bit.
Yeah. I think the best song is the last one.
Yes, by far.
I think it's by far the best song.
By far.
It's called The Weald of Perished Men.
That's right.
And it's got some genuinely good and interesting atmospherics and strings. Yeah. They lean now and again, they dip their toe into that kind of thing that Death Heaven do.
Oh, yes.
On that particular song, where they take slightly lighter guitar tones but they've got
they play on it.
Yeah,
really play on these sort of
the
tones.
Only thing that I don't like,
go on,
and I don't really like it all the way through the album, and it particularly pisses me off on the last song, is the vocals.
Right, yeah.
He sounds like a bored orc.
Yeah, I can understand that, but I think again that's the whole idea with the whole doom metal thing. It's meant to sound.
He sounds like an Uruk-hai sat in Mordor playing Risk. Just going really like a yawning orc, and it really fucked me off that I went through.
It's like he's trying to play Monopoly and always lands on the hotels.
Yeah, that's what it's like all the way through. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't mind this album. Like I said, it's come at the right time for me.
Yeah.
I think on any other week after when we had The Prodigy, I probably wouldn't have got the most out of this album.
Oh God, no! This would have been way too
the contrast
chalk and cheese.
The contrast in the two would just be horrid. But seeing as this has come out on a week where Architects are out, I've quite enjoyed this.
Yeah, so. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I haven't really disliked it. I didn't particularly like it. I didn't get a huge amount out of it. The only thing that really got my fucking goat, really got my back up, was the evilness.
Oh right, yeah,
quote unquote evil. Like, there's a bit near the middle of the album, I can't remember the song, but they are talking about evil.
Yeah.
Like and the vocals and stuff, and I'm like, things are genuinely evil.
Yeah.
They sound genuinely evil and genuinely scary when they're fairly normal and you can relate to them.
Yeah.
But there's something odd that's going on.
Yeah, but when they turn around and
when they go,
fake it.
Yeah, when they go, I'm so evil. It's like, no, you are a soccer mum at a Halloween party and you've had one too many glasses of wine.
That's amazing. That's an amazing adapt. Yeah, no, I can get that. No, I totally where you come from. It's very Spinal Tap.
Yeah, it does get a bit Spinal Tap. Yeah.
Unfortunately so, but
yeah.
No, I mean, I still enjoy it. I mean, like I say, it's great for one of these albums that either you want to put on in the background or you want an album that's going to take you, away from everything.
I thought you were going to say a month to listen to.
Almost.
It's one of those albums that if you want to take a month to listen to it, then it's great. No, it's not. It's nowhere near as bad as I'm making it sound.
But it
is very much a mood album. You need to be in the mood to listen to it, and that mood needs to be either I'm very evil, or I suppose,
in some ways, if you're a metalhead that likes relaxing music, it gets that. If you like your metal,
absolutely. But if you want something that is kind of beautiful and relaxing but is still metal, then listen to Death Heaven or listen to Mole. So just listen to one of them.
I'm going to attempt this now.
Okay.
So this is Evoken with Hypnagogia.
No.
I got it wrong.
I don't think there's an N in it, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, then I've been saying it wrong.
What have you been saying?
Hypnagogia.
You just said it, Hypnagogia.
Yeah, I missed the N out. The second N.
Oh no, we've both been saying it wrong. Hypnagogia.
Yes.
There's no Gogia.
Yeah, Gogia.
Either way.
Anyway, so it's Evoken with Hypnagogia, Hypnagognia. One of the three.
One of those three.
Just type in Hypno and it does come up on Spotify.
Yes. Shall we go over to Architects?
Yeah, konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. So, Architects with Holy Hell.
Mm-hmm.
Band from Brighton, England.
Mm-hmm.
Started in 2004.
Mm-hmm.
This is their 8th album.
Mm-hmm.
And their first without Tom.
Mm.
So, this is sad. But I'll let you take the reins on this one, sir.
Okay. Right, so I have said many times to Chris in person and also on the podcast and in friends, writing and to anyone who will hear me, literally anyone who spends more than 5 minutes in my company, that All Our Gods Have Abandoned Us, the last Architects album, and also the last to feature Tom, their guitarist. It is one of the greatest fucking modern metal records.
Yeah.
Around.
By far.
This to me, I mean, another album that I always bang on about of being utterly perfect and brilliant is The Blackening, and
by Machine Head.
Machine Head, and Architects. All our Gods Have Abandoned Us is their Blackening. It's their Master of Puppets. It's front to back, upside down, brilliant. It's a massive step forward for them from where they were. It's a huge step forward for the scene in general, and it rightfully sent them to Brixton Academy and Alexandra Palace. And it's one of my all-time favourite albums. I listen to it probably once a week still. It's fucking flawless. So how the fuck do you follow an album that good?
Go on.
You don't, because you can't.
Are you saying this is their Locust album?
No, I'm saying it's better than Locust, but I'm saying that yes, this is that for Architects to even consider trying to refine, to repeat All Our Gods Have Abandoned Us is stupid. They would be on a fucking hide into nothing, and they know that. They're not stupid. And so they haven't tried to repeat All Our Gods.
No. As contrary to a lot of critics. Now, a lot of critics are giving this still like 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5, whatever you're from. Now, I'm more on board with Metal Hammer on this. They only gave it a 4 out of 5. Because, I'm not going to lie, I struggled a little bit with this album. This is an album which goes into... It's not an album of two halves, this is an album of 4 quarters for me.
Okay.
So the first 3 songs, I struggled. The next 3, fucking flawless.
Yeah.
Next 2, not so great. But the last 3, flawless. So...
Now, I think this starts really strong.
I don't know. I mean, I struggled. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Really don't know why.
No, it's fair. I think... so... I get... There is some changes. Like...
Yeah.
You know, don't... I personally think this is fucking triumphant. I'm just going to put that out there. I think this is spectacular, this album. And I think to follow up what they did...
is a big task.
Is a massive task. And I think they have done it... Like... Not only have they got to overcome the idea of releasing an album that matches up to the fucking absolute wonder that they came out with last time. They've also had to lose a massive fucking part of not only their family, but a principal songwriter. Tom wrote all the fucking lyrics.
Yeah.
Like, All Our Gods is Tom's record, basically. Yeah. To lose Tom must have been like...
the most heart-wrenching thing in the world to anybody.
Yeah, but also to follow it up, to keep going as a band and then to release more music is incredibly difficult without that. Your principal songwriter.
Oh, massively so.
Slipknot tried. They lost... Paul. I know they lost 2. They lost Joey and Paul.
Predominantly it was Paul.
But they lost... And the Grey Chapter does not sound the same as everything else Slipknot has done. There is... definite characteristics that they lost not probably for the worst, to be honest. Like, don't get me wrong, I think Grey Chapter's great, but it is not the same without Joey on it, particularly. Like, the drumming is not the fucking same.
No.
But Architects sound like Architects still.
They do.
They haven't changed a million %. They still sound like them.
Yeah.
They're still the best at what they do. By a fucking country mile.
Yeah.
This album is still 10 times better than anything in that sort of techie scene.
In that techie scene, no, I can understand.
It's way better. It's got way more melody. It's got way more hook, and it's still heavy as balls.
Yeah, and that's what I took from this. It was an album based more on melodies than it was anything else. And as you say, to come back off of somebody like Tom, losing Tom, who wrote the lyrics and everything else. You know, following that is going to be difficult for anybody.
Yeah, and what amazed me about this album, if I'm honest, like that I thought was so impressive about it, was like a few points that I thought were just fucking impressive. Like Josh coming in on guitar.
Yeah.
Josh Middleton used to be the lead singer and the guitarist of Sylosis.
That's right.
Who are another fucking wicked British band.
So to bring him into that, into Architects, was genius.
It was a great move. Like, he is... I know he's mates with the band anyway. They've toured... Like, them and Sylosis toured a lot in the early days. He's brought some real... Like... His character is on this album, which I think is fucking brilliant to hear.
Yeah, and that's what you want. You don't want him to just say, well, you're in our band now, you have to obey what we do.
Yeah, what it would have been a real shame if they'd got somebody as talented as him and then gone, right, can you just play like Tom? Because he can do it.
Oh, he can do it.
But if they just said, can you play like Tom? We want the guitar to just sound like Tom. It would have been a real shame because you'd have lost that.
You would have lost somebody else's guitar technique.
And I really like the kind of more straight up metal stuff that he brings to it and some of the songs.
Do you know what? And that's what brings the heaviness to this. And without that, I don't know, it would be... Again, I think they'd dip their toes more back into the techie side of things. rather than having that full-on metal in your face sort of moments.
Damnation, I think, has got some really cool, like,
one song I really liked.
Yeah, it's got some and I think that's the most metallic of all the songs on it. I think it's the most, obviously, it's the most straight up metal, I think.
Yeah.
It's got much more.
And that's the one that I feel more than anything that he's put his footprint on.
100%. That sounds like a Josh kind of. The riffing on that sounds way more Sylosis than anything Architects have ever done. I thought that was impressive. I thought, because Dan wrote most of the lyrics for this. And he's done a fucking great job.
Did a brilliant job.
Like, man of the match, if I'm honest, for me, I'm a bit of a sucker for him anyway. Like, I think the man's a genius. But a man of the match on this album for me is Sam Carter.
Oh, by far.
Vocals. His fucking performance on this, like, it's great to hear him actually clean singing a bit more.
Yes.
Because he can do it, and he's like in a lot of ways like Frank Carter from Gallows and Pure Love and whatever. He can do the straight up singing as well as the heaviness side of things. Yeah, and when he gets heavy on this, there's a couple of times on this where he goes like Mortal After All.
It's chunky.
Oh god, it's fucking heavy. This sounds like. I'm really chuffed actually because I'm pleased that they put Doomsday on it.
Yeah.
Because Doomsday is genuinely one of my favourite songs of the last like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
They did release it as a single like last year, or was it early? No, it was early this year. Like February this year. It was the first new music from them since Tom, and I was like, that is fucking wonderful.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people were choked up by that one song.
Yeah. The thing is, this album it definitely seems like a tribute to Tom. It is. This album.
I think there was a capture of the album.
It says for Tom on most of it, but like it definitely sounds like a band that like you only have to look through the sort of the song titles and stuff to see that this is a band who have gone through some pretty kind of life-changing stuff. You know, I mean, the fact that it's called Holy Hell gives you a Holy Hell, and the fact that there's death is not defeat.
Yeah.
Hereafter, Mortal After All, Damnation.
Mortal After All was another great one.
Yeah, like there's a lot of this. Thematically, this album is about mortality and death, but it never sounds.
It doesn't. It's not a downer of an album.
No, 100% not.
It's way upbeat.
Yeah, I think it's an amazing tribute to Tom. If I'm honest,
if this is how they're going to carry on, I don't think they're going to do him. You know, he's going to be a proud man.
Yeah,
he would have been proud of this.
Oh fucking god, yes, he would. Yeah, and like the other thing I will say is that there are songs on this that you're like, that song when they play Wembley Arena is going to
erupt.
Yeah. Songs like, I mean, obviously we've already talked about Doomsday, but Royal Beggars,
yes,
and Hereafter, like they are songs, they are anthems. You can hear when you listen to them. You've got your headphones in. You can hear if you just sit back, close your eyes. You can picture 25,000 people all just going mental with you singing it.
Yeah, and I think the one song I want them to play live, I know it's the shortest one on the album, and that's the Seventh Circle.
Yeah, it's a wicked
song for a minute in. What I think is about a minute and 49 seconds is fucking. Oh, it's quite spicy.
Yeah, it's balls out in it.
It
like,
is
foot to the
all
floor.
balls.
There isn't a bad. The thing is, there is not a bad song on this album.
Okay, I won't. You know, as I said, I wasn't so interested in the first three, but not because they're not great.
Yeah.
They are great songs, but it just didn't take my interest.
Yeah.
Until it picked up to the third song.
Yeah.
So, you know, from Holy Hell onwards, I was fully invested. So
yeah, you know, and the thing is, if you're an Architects fan and you were worried, are they going to be able to reproduce it? Or, well, if you're worried, are they going to be able to reproduce it? Then you're not really an Architects fan because you don't really understand what they've been through and what the process is and stuff. But if you were worried about the quality of this album and whether it was going to be a huge dip or not, fucking hell, no. And if you were worried whether or not this was going to stunt their growth or make them falter or, you know, fall at this hurdle, then no. This is going to propel them stratosphere, like
Wait for I'm excited.
It better do anyway, because
I'm genuinely excited for what they're going to do in the future now. So
me and my brother, I think, we were chatting about it this weekend, and obviously lots of touts and God knows what have bought all the bloody tickets to Wembley.
Still,
yeah. They're all on secondary sites at the minute. Like, there's hundreds and fucking secondary sites.
That needs
but
to change.
I think we're going to go to Cardiff, because there are tickets left for Cardiff. Because
do it.
After listening to this, we were chatting about it, and I was like, I can't not see him on this album tour.
No, and I would be totally the same. I think if I was ever to get the chance, I probably would.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a headliner festival after this. This is that's the only way I can see it going. Is maybe not Download, because maybe they're too techie. But there are festivals out there that they can, after this tour, I think they'll be headlining.
Oh, without a doubt. And they'll be headlining second stage, I think, first, before they will go to the main stage.
Yeah.
But I think in the long run, I really hope they do hit the main stage.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that was Architects with Holy Hell.
Yeah, go and listen to it.
Get out there. Get
right
out
now.
there. Right, well, I've only got one band quickly. I'll quickly go over.
Yeah, no worries.
This is quite a mouthful.
Oh, yeah, God, yeah, I forgot about this.
So, this is...
Get comfy while he reads out the title.
Right, so this is a band from London, England, called Chubby Thunderous Bad Kush Masters, with their album Cum and Chutney.
Cum and Chutney.
C-O-M-E. So
okay.
Don't get that
God for
dirty bastard. So they released their first EP way back in 2015.
Oh,
that far ago.
Oh,
way back.
Distant past.
The distance past.
When the dinosaurs still roamed the earth.
Hey, and as the internet is concerned, we didn't exist. So
what, in 2015? Who? Whom?
Whoever's listening.
Oh, us. Yeah.
Yes, us.
Sorry, Chris.
So this is their debut album off the back of 3 EPs. Now this is an album that is massive stonery album with a lot of fuzz tones. Heavy fuzz tones. On some tracks, very distantly, you get an element of bluegrass.
Yeah.
But it's very rock and roll-esque.
I was going to say, you played me the very smallest smidge, and I immediately went, "Oh, that's a bit clutch."
Yeah,
and I think maybe it's that rock and roll bluegrass.
Yeah, Scatman John.
Oh, let's not bring him back in. It's all covered in poo.
But no, it is. So this album is very heavily based on sort of melodies, rhythm, and a fun ton of groove.
Yeah,
we love groove.
Oh, I love the groove.
Yes,
groove is in the heart.
But the groove is in the heart. Never forget that. But for the fuzzy sort of side of things, it's like it just feels like the Honey Puff Monster has just gone static.
Somebody shot the
Honey Puffs monster.
The Sugar Puffs monster.
That's it.
The Honey Monster. Somebody shot the Honey Monster with a cattle prod or something.
But yeah,
and he's walking around doing the Peter Griffin thing, where he's and then shocking people.
And this is what this album is. It is just stonery groove, fuzz. It's fucking wonderful. Fun. I mean, you can easily get lost in this album. Quite easily.
How long is it?
It's...
Does it seem long? Is it like a...
There's a couple of tracks which I think are 10 minutes long.
Jesus.
But the rest of it is like 3 minutes long. I think.
Okay.
So it's not too bad, but... No, there's about... 8 tracks.
All right, Yoda.
Yes.
About 8 tracks there are.
Yeah, and it ends on a track called Psychedelic Hallucinogenic Vagrancy.
Psychedelic hallucinogenic vagrancy.
Yeah.
Well, those 3 things go hand in hand.
Exactly, and opening with a song called Doggy Bag of Slurry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there vocals?
There are vocals, yes. Imagine sort of... I don't know if you remember a band called Zico Chain.
No.
Okay. Think more Rob Zombie then.
Oh, okay.
Rob Zombie-esque, but more grungier.
Okay. Yeah, so sort of gruff, but clean singing.
Another fun thing with the band, they all dress as hippies with corpse paint.
Okay.
So imagine bright coloured tie-dye shirts and headbands and stuff.
I know I shouldn't.
With black and white corpse paint on.
See, musically, you said a lot of good things, and I was like, oh, I like the sound of that. Oh, I like the sound of that. I like the sound of that.
And then
because
I'm
such a judgmental asshole, they got a gimmick, and now I'm like, oh, God, I want to punch him in the dick.
See, I've brought you round to a gimmick band.
Oh, no, it's not happening. I'll listen to them.
Listen to them because I think it's worth it. Yeah. This album did come out earlier in the year. I think it was back in sort of Octoberish time. Mm-hmm. So, but no.
Yeah, musically they sound cool. I will give them a listen. I will just close my eyes if they come on YouTube or something. Unless I'm walking down the street, and then that would be dangerous. Yeah. Or driving.
That's it.
Although I don't know why I'd be desperate.
Should we go over to a gig roundup? Because we've been way overdue a gig roundup.
We have.
Let's do a quick gig roundup. I'm going to quickly start by, I think it was about 2.5 weeks ago now.
Yeah, it seems ages, doesn't it?
Yeah, I went to go and see Less Than Jake and Real Big Fish.
Okay.
Now that was a fun night.
Yeah?
Yeah, a lot of ska punk.
Yeah.
Opened up with Suburban Legends, which if anybody gets a chance to see Suburban Legends, they are a lot of fun.
That's the opening band, though.
That was the opening band.
So ska band as well.
Ska band as well.
It was a full ska night.
They even threw in a couple of ska punk covers of Disney songs. Okay. Yeah.
That seems very ska punk like.
Yeah.
To sort of.
It is. It's brilliant.
Do you know what ones they were? Did they do Hakuna Matata?
No, they didn't. They did.
They missed a fucking trick there.
What's the song from Toy Story?
You Got a Friend in Me.
Yes.
They did.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Disney.
The one I was hoping for them to do was one of the Lion King songs. It wasn't Hakuna Matata either.
Can't Wait to Be King.
Yes.
It's because it's genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, they were so much fun. Then just sort of dancing around all in sync and everything like that.
Okay.
A lot of fun. Second on, your favourite Zebrahead. But they were very good. Very good. I mean, I wasn't as taken because when you come off a fun band to a slightly more, look at us, we can be fun too band.
Yeah.
It weren't bad.
I think it's too much fun in that night for me. I think I'd be annoyed by the level of fun.
There was so much fun.
I can't have too much fun. It annoys me.
But to be fair, the only thing that wasn't fun with that night was the crowd.
I can have fun in like 5 to 10 minute blasts, and then I have to be miserable for a small period of time.
Well, the crowd were just dicks. There was a lot of pushing about and stuff like that.
I'd have had a good night then.
Yeah, you would have done.
There were some dickheads making me miserable, and then I could look at the fun. I'd have been like,
evens out.
Yeah. Sweet and salty popcorn, perfect.
So now, then you come to Real Big Fish and Less Than Jake. Now, who would you think would headline out of those two?
Real Big Jake.
I like your thinking. Yeah, no.
I would say probably Real Big Fish.
Yeah, they did headline. So Less Than Jake came on next. So good. It's one band that I've been waiting for absolute fucking years to watch. Mm-hmm. Because, again, this is a band that I've grown up with and loved for years and years. And they did such a good job.
Yeah.
Everybody was so involved. Everyone loved it. They all still take the piss out of each other and stuff like that.
It is nice when you go and see a band but
they
just
sound
have fun on stage.
Yeah, and they still sound flawless. Like, they actually sound like they do off the album, which is brilliant.
That's good.
And then to finish it off was Real Big Fish.
They played their song, did they?
They played all their songs. They opened up with Take On Me.
Okay.
And they did Monkey Man.
Yeah.
What else did they do? They did loads.
They blatantly ended with Sell Out, because that's the song, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, of course they did.
Yeah, of course they did.
Because it's the one that everyone knows.
Yeah.
Because it was on FIFA.
Because that's what you take from it, because it was on FIFA.
Yeah, that's the only one I like, because it was on FIFA. Although it did used to do my tits in, because it always used to come on the loading screen, and sometimes you'd be like, I kind of don't want it to come on every time, please.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. Particularly because you only get the first 40 seconds of it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Like some sort of water torture.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of ska punk, so I don't think the night would have been wonderfully wonderful for me.
No, that's fair enough.
I do like a bit of ska. I mean,
I did offer you to come, but you did turn it down.
I did, yeah, for good reason, because I would have been a miserable shit. And brought everyone's night down. Or maybe made you have more fun, because then you could.
Hey, I had fun that night.
Yeah. Oh Christ.
Yeah.
One less than Jake get frisky with you, did they?
Yes, they did.
Was it Jake?
Jake did get very frisky. He came out on stage. Jake came out on stage.
Oh.
They had a guy dressed up as Jake.
Who the fuck's Jake? I was joking.
No, they actually have Jake the mascot.
They have Jake, like Eddie.
Yeah, like Eddie, but not zombie. Oh. Anyway.
Missed a trick there as well then.
Yeah. Right.
Everyone loves zombies.
Who have you been to see?
Oh yeah. So it wasn't this Friday just gone, it was the Friday before.
Yep.
I went to the old firehouse, or the old fire station, I can't remember which one it's called, Old Fire Station in Bournemouth, and I saw Skindred.
Oh, we love Skindred.
Yeah.
They are so much fun.
They are freaking brilliant.
Yeah.
Quite frankly. And
well, I was quite surprised when you text me. It was only like 10 o'clock or 10:30.
Yeah. I mean, they did play. They played a full headline set. They played 90 minutes. Might have been a bit more than that actually, but they were freaking brilliant.
Yeah.
I've never seen a bad Skindred show. And again, they were bloody brilliant. They were such good fun. They played like all of the bangers that you'd want them to play.
Yeah.
The stuff off the new album sounds amazing. Really does sound good live. The only dips that they had, I thought, in the set were when they played stuff from Kill the Power.
Oh right, really?
Yeah, people like they played Ninja and they played
Ninja.
Ninja is a tune, yeah. Like they played Ninja. Kill the Power people were pretty into, but like they played Ninja and they played another song off Kill the Power, and people just got a little bit like.
Yeah.
Like they were still going for it. People were still having fun, but it just.
Lacked a bit.
Yeah, like even when they played stuff from the new album, people were more enthusiastic than they were about the stuff off Kill the Power.
Yeah.
And then when they played like Rat Race and
yes, I love
people
Rat Race. That's my favourite.
Rat Race is a tune, yeah. When they played Rat Race and Nobody and stuff like that, people just went
bruises,
bonkers, and Pressure and stuff.
Yeah.
They did Benji's on stage patter with the crowd is genius.
Oh, he is.
He is hilarious and commanding at the same time. Like it doesn't matter how big or how small that crowd is, Benji has them in the palm of his hand the entire gig.
Big time.
And he made there was a couple of times when he was doing like callbacks and stuff, and he was getting the crowd to sing along with him or do bits and pieces. And there were times where, even though that venue's not big, there were times when it sounded like there was about 10,000 people in there.
Yeah.
They were that loud. And then they finished. Everyone did the Newport helicopter.
Ah, brilliant.
And
everyone left happy.
It's a fucking brilliant night. Yeah, absolutely superb.
Brilliant.
Right.
But I went off. I think it was that week as well.
Yeah, what, Wednesday that week or no? Thursday?
It was the Wednesday that week.
Yeah.
And I went to go and see Slayer on their last tour.
Yeah, you did, you dick.
It was good fun. I mean, we went up to Birmingham, to the Birmingham Arena.
The LG?
No, the Birmingham Arena, which is a separate arena.
The indoor arena? National Indoor Arena?
No, there's another venue in Birmingham. Believe it or
not. There's too many.
So the NEC, the NIC or whatever it is, the NEC, is right next door to the Genting Arena, which used to be the LG
the Genting Arena. Yeah.
None of those two. Those are on the outskirts of Birmingham.
Yeah.
This is in the inner part of Birmingham.
Is it by a river?
It is, yes.
Yeah, that's the National Indoor Arena.
No, it's just called Arena Birmingham.
Yeah, it used to be the National. It used to be the NIA, National Indoor Arena.
The NEC.
I saw Avenged Sevenfold Disturbed there, and I saw Stone Sour Avenged Sevenfold.
Right.
And I saw Maiden there.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a great venue.
It's a great venue.
It's a good venue.
Brilliant. And so we turned up, and Obituary came straight on.
Mm-hmm.
They were Obituary standard, very good. I quite liked them. I was anticipating to see what they were like.
Yeah.
Then you had Anthrax.
Mm-hmm.
You had all your older crowd sort of just going through it.
Yeah.
And it was brilliant. They were very good.
I don't like Joey Belladonna.
I love him. Yeah. If I could grow gracefully old like that man, it's amazing.
He doesn't look gracefully old. He looks like somebody's dug him up.
Hey, he's still youthful and runs.
He looks older than Alice Cooper.
He looks just like Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
Oh man, but no.
How drunk were you?
I wasn't drunk much. No, then you had Lamb of God.
Oh God.
Oh, like that band, like consistently amazing. Like I can't fault that band at all. Like they are.
Were they main support?
They were main support. Yes. So they are the band I would say to take over from Slayer.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
They are the band to take that torch and run with it.
Yeah.
And I think, off the back of the last album, everything else.
Sturm und Drang, like their last album, I really liked it, but I didn't.
It wasn't their best.
No,
far from
it wasn't.
But when you're competing with like Sacrament, you're not going to.
To be fair, I even other than there's 2 or 3 like standout tracks on Sturm und Drang.
Yeah.
There's Still Echoes, there's 5112, and there's the one with
they played
Chino.
5112. That was so good.
Yeah, that song's a beast. And there's the one with
512.
512, of course it is. And there's the one with Chino as well that I love.
Yeah.
But
of course it's got Chino on it.
Yeah. But overall I prefer Desolation. I prefer Christ, what is it? Resolution?
Yeah, I think it's Resolution, isn't it?
The one, something like that. The one before.
Yeah. But no, they, for me, just mind-bogglingly good.
It must be great to see him back on stage and back doing stuff. And
big time. And he
just wanted to get
so
in the bloody studio
He
now.
just looks so comfortable. Apparently they are by next year.
Yeah, just get it done. I need new Lamb of God.
Yeah,
I need it in my life.
And then you come to Slayer, who were fucking flawless.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had so much pyro. So much fire. Just fire
I have heard that actually. Because I saw them headline Bloodstock and they had quite a bit, and the backdrop looked cool, and they had the upside down crucifixes and stuff like that were on fire a bit.
Yeah,
but it wasn't like bah, 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 bah. But from what I've heard, this tour they've just gone. It's our last one. Let's set the world on fire.
Literally on fire. Like we weren't that far from the front.
Yeah.
And it was fucking hot.
Yeah.
It got to the end and we had to take a few rows back because it was a bit warm.
Yeah.
But that band, like, I'm going to miss it because I've seen them 4 times, hopefully 5 if I go to download.
Yeah. I will miss Slayer not being a thing. Like particularly live. Seeing them live was great. Like, do I need another Slayer album? No, I definitely don't. The last one was all right.
Yeah,
had a couple of good tunes on it. And the rest of it was a bit.
Yeah. But no, I mean, they played all the songs and whatnot, and then right at the end, a couple of songs from the end, dropped the last banner, and it was the Henneman. Yeah, backdrop. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great O2.
What did they finish with?
Oh, good question.
Was it Angel of Death or Rain in Blood? It's one of the two.
It was Angel of Death.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. I'm quite jealous that you went to that, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you get to see them at download, so.
Oh, I will. Don't worry about that.
Oh, yes. Yes, you will.
Yeah.
Ryan, your next gig.
Oh, yeah, I did. I went to another gig.
So, didn't you?
I did, yeah. So last Sunday, I went up to the Kentish Town Forum to go and see this. To go and see Greta Van Fleet.
Yeah.
The 21st Century's Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. They are just Led Zeppelin in disguise.
They're not as good.
Yeah?
No, not in the slightest.
Sound very different to what they sound like off the album then.
Well, no, they sound absolutely bang on, note perfect. I saw them at Download and I really enjoyed them. They had about a 20-minute set, 15 or 20-minute set or something. They played 4 or 5 absolute bangers.
Yeah.
And then got off stage and it was great.
I suppose when you get left with a taste, you want to go back, don't you?
Yeah. So I wanted to go and check them out. But overall, I had a better time with their support act.
Yeah, who was that?
I can't bloody remember the name now. But they were good. They were a kind of bluesy, bluesgrassy kind of rock band.
Yeah.
I can't remember who they were, but I'll let you know later.
Yeah.
They were a bluesy kind of rock band. The guy had a really good voice, like properly gruff and kind of southern, and yeah. But
Greta?
Greta Van Fleet were... They were good, but they sounded technically very good. The sound quality was good. He sounded great on vocals.
Just a bit flat.
They're all incredible musicians. They're all very talented. They played 11 songs in 90 minutes.
What?
Yeah.
11 songs in 90 minutes? That's a standard album, isn't it? Like, within 50 minutes?
In 90 minutes they played 11 songs.
What were they doing? Like
pissing about is what they were doing.
Yeah.
Pissing about. They played... I think the first solo kicked in at the end of the second song of the set.
Jesus Christ.
And that solo went on for nearly 8 minutes.
Why? What? You don't...
They had 2 guitar solos, at least. I think there might have been another one. They had at least 2 guitar solos. They had a keyboard solo, and they had a drum solo.
Slayer played 19 songs in that time.
Yeah.
They didn't even do any solos.
No.
Not even drum solos, not even guitar solos.
Because they're crap. No one wants to hear a band do a fucking guitar solo or a drum solo. Yes, you can play your instrument. I can hear that because when you're playing your instrument, I can fucking hear it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear you play it on its own. Like, if I came out and I played the tambourine, nobody's going to want to hear a tambourine solo, are they? Just because you can play an instrument doesn't mean you should wank on about it for like 8.5 minutes.
Especially for that long. And one of how many solos?
Oh, at least 3 or 4. Like in total.
Yeah, no, then that's just...
It got to the
ridiculous
point where they were playing some stuff off the album, which we did say is a little bit ploddy.
Yeah.
But they were playing some stuff off the album, and I turned around to Gail that was with me, and I said... Is this an intro or an outro? Because I'm lost. I've fucking switched off. I was like, I've come back. I've basically gone off into my head.
Yeah.
Like, I've gone off into my head. I was drinking me beer, just like, I don't know, thinking about what I was going to eat next day or whatever. And I come back and I was like, is this the same song or is this a different song?
Fucking hell.
I couldn't figure it.
No, it's not that.
The only time it really picked up in the old gig was when they played anything off the EP.
Yeah.
They played Safari Song, it picked up. And they played Highway Tune, it picked up.
Highway Tune.
And they finished with my favourite one off the EP, which I can't ever bloody remember the name of.
Is it it's one of the first singles they released, wasn't it?
Yes. I will try and find it. It is called...
It is cool.
Black Smoke Rising.
Oh, Black Smoke Rising. Of course,
yeah, they finished with Black Smoke Rising. It's my favourite song. It was great. It sounded wonderful, but
just left a bit bitter in the mouth.
I was just a bit annoyed. I was like, we travelled to London to see you, and you're supposed to be the next big rock band, the saviours of rock and roll, yada 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 yada, and you've got enough songs to play a headline set. Like,
yeah,
just play them. Like, don't piss around.
Yeah.
It seems a little bit like they've gone, wasn't it great back in the day when like all the bands were on LSD and like the gigs were just like big jam
basically
sessions.
They're just trying to replicate the 60s and 70s, aren't they?
And unfortunately I don't do acid and I'm not born in the 60s, so I don't know I don't want to stand there and look at the lights for 12 and a half minutes while somebody like does a Mighty Boosh and bashes himself off over their guitar.
Yeah, no, I can't see that. But no, so I don't think it entices me to go and see them really.
If they're playing at a festival, unfortunately you'll never get to see them do what I did at Download because they're too big now.
Yeah.
They sold 3 nights at the Forum and they sold all 3 of them out.
Poor people.
That's nearly 8,000 tickets.
Jesus Christ. No, I'll pass, thanks. But no, I went to one other gig. That was this past Wednesday just been.
Mm-hmm.
I went to go and see Within Temptation at the Southampton Guildhall, of all places, because they announced their main UK tour and they said, we're going to do one extra tour day in Southampton.
That is bizarre, considering they're playing Southampton Guildhall and they are headlining Bloodstock.
They're headlining Graspop.
Oh.
Yeah. So, alright, we went.
But then it's weird, like, they are headlining Bloodstock, aren't they? So,
yeah.
To headline, if you're headlining Bloodstock, you would think that your gigs would be at a big venue, like
big
Brixton
time.
Academy at least.
Yeah.
To headline Bloodstock.
So, right, let's go to, like, we were going to go to this. I took my mother.
Okay.
Because she likes Within Temptation, so, yeah, why not? Yeah, so we went to go and see him. We purposely were going to go, so we missed most of the first act. Because there was only one support act. Because I listened to them very bog standard, and that's what... Well, I couldn't grasp them when I was there, because unfortunately I caught all of their set. So they're called Ego Kill Talent from Brazil.
Okay.
Very standard rock band.
Okay.
I just couldn't grasp any of it. Nothing was sort of a melody, nothing. It wasn't even like a prog album. It was just... I could not get...
Just couldn't get into it.
No, you just couldn't get your fingers into any of it and just go, oh, this is what it... No. Just no. So they were a big flop for me, really. But then it was Within Temptation. And started off, first song was a bit ropey. I can't remember what it was now. But, yeah, no, for me, they are a band that are good at what they do. Can't see how they're headlining festivals.
Yeah, no, it's bizarre for me.
Yeah, and for we've all been saying, everybody's been saying, Within Temptation headlining Graspop, is that a good move? Probably not.
What was the stage show like? I mean, was that impressive?
Stage show was okay. No, it was a stage show. It was just a massive sort of TV along the back.
Yeah, big screen.
Big screen along the back, and lots of smoke.
Okay.
But again...
So not festival headlining kind of...
Far from it. I mean, if they're going to do festival headlining, then I'm hoping they're going to bring the likes of the people they did in the past, like Tarja.
Yeah.
Because they did that song.
The thing is, I could get the idea of a band like that headlining a festival if they were like Nightwish, and Nightwish is like, I don't, as I've said to you before, I'm not a massive fan of the music, but seeing them live was good. It was good, and their backdrop and everything else. Yes, it was a bit cheesy with wolves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was a stage show. Like, you can get away with not being the greatest... Like, you can get away with being slightly odd and not being everyone's cup of tea if you've got a great stage show.
Yeah.
You can't rock up and go, some of you like us, and this is what we got. Like,
and that's exactly how I feel. I mean, this is what happened with Evanescence. They were announced to headline... I think it was Graspop.
Yeah.
2 years ago. But because of the uproar, they then got demoted down by one. So, yeah. I don't know if that's...
Because Evanescence are massive.
Yeah, but they're not festival headline massive, are they?
I don't know, depends. Depends where. They are huge.
Yeah, but in sort of...
They play huge venues in the US.
When you're thinking of like a festival in Belgium...
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's going to take a lot for them to impress me. If I do decide to go to Graspop and I see them, it's going to have to take a lot more to impress me.
Yeah.
But she's still got a stunning voice. Absolutely stunning.
Fair enough.
So, yeah.
Fair dues. Well, that's our little gig roundup.
Yeah. And I'll have a couple more coming up soon.
Yeah.
Well, because we're off to go and see Zilanada.
Yes,
on
we
the
are.
1st of December in Brighton.
Damn right we are.
And then I've got another gig about 2 weeks after in Bournemouth to go and see Flogging Molly and the Bronx.
Ah, the bloody Bronx, you lucky son of a... That's in... Where's that? Bournemouth. That's
Bournemouth,
the old firehouse, isn't it?
The O2 Academy.
Sweet.
I have a spare ticket.
Sweet turkey giblets.
I have a spare ticket.
Sweet. I love the Bronx. I'm coming.
That's it. Sorted then. Right, let's go over to our playlists for the damned.
Yeah, mate.
Because that's what I'm calling it.
Let's go for the mixtape.
Let's go for the... Let's battle on this. So we've been listening to songs from superhero movie soundtracks in sort of tribute to the late Stan Lee.
The late great Stan Lee, yeah.
So, and we've compiled a list that we are going to attempt 10 songs for this playlist that we think you guys should listen to as a metal orientated or rock or anything that sort of realm.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've got a lot.
I've got 11 songs, yes.
To choose from.
Because I've got some to choose from.
I've only got 6 because I found this difficult and I don't know where you're looking for these songs.
I'm a bit of a geek, so I like superhero movies.
Then that makes sense to start here then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you want to to go and hit with your first one?
Yeah, okay. I'm going to pick, for my first choice, I am probably going to pick one of... I'm not going to pick the most obvious one. I'll leave that to you, because I know you've got it on there.
Oh, you've got Chad Kroeger, have you?
Fuck off, fucking Chad Kroeger.
You picked the soundtrack from Spider-Man.
If we're going to fully fall out, if you pick that song...
I am not picking that song, don't worry.
I will leave this podcast and the country.
Jesus
I will
Christ.
go and live in a field in Belgium.
Ready for grass pop next year?
No. On purpose, I'll live in another field. Just so I never have any fun ever again.
Brilliant. No, don't worry, that's not going to come up.
Okay, so my first pick is not the most obvious one, because I'm sure you've got it down there because it's a fucking tune.
Go on.
But I am going to pick a fairly new soundtrack. I'm going to pick from Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to pick Led Zeppelin with Immigrant Song.
Oh, tasty.
Yeah, it's just a freaking tune, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
Do you know where my first exposure from this was? Mm-hmm. It was from another film. That was School of Rock. That was my very first exposure to the Immigrant Song.
Was it?
Yeah.
Nice.
So to hear that in the Ragnarok film...
Yeah, it's great. It works brilliantly in that film as well.
Like,
but I don't know if they actually meant this. Probably did, but it's also fairly symbolic. I think the fact that they're evacuating. What's the
Ragnarok? No.
Yeah, he's causing Ragnarok, isn't he? Which is the destruction of his homeworld, which is called Valhalla. No, it's not.
Close enough.
No, that's what it should be called. Wherever it's fucking called.
Anyway, whatever it's called.
Yeah, so they're all leaving, aren't they? Becoming immigrants because they're going to another country.
It's very true.
But yeah, what a fucking tune that is.
Oh, fantastic
Rock
tune.
masterpiece.
I'm going to go with my first choice, and that's from the first Iron Man film. And this is institutionalized by Suicidal Tendency.
I didn't know that was on that soundtrack.
Yeah, it's as he's fixing his hot rod.
Oh,
That's the song playing in the background.
Of course it is, yeah. And you've also thrown me a curveball because I could have sworn you were going to go for Iron Man.
Oh yeah,
by Black Sabbath,
do you know
which
what?
is also on the soundtrack to Iron Man.
I was going to pick it, but it's too obvious.
Yeah,
and I really like Institutionalized.
It's a wicked tune. Yeah.
Right, next one.
Okay, so I am going to go for... Oh, this is difficult. Okay, so my second one, I am going to go from for a song which is featured on the soundtrack to Spawn.
Oh, do you know what? I was looking at this one,
which came out in 1994, I believe.
Quite a while
and I'm
ago.
going to go with Marilyn Manson, Long Hard Road Out of Hell.
Yes. Again, that's another great tune.
Wicked tune and
fitting for the film.
Yeah, and a far better film than people give it credit for.
Oh yeah, no, I've heard a lot of bad stuff, but
yeah, I mean it's not great. It's at the same time, but it's very fun. And Spawn is a wicked character.
Yeah,
Genuinely,
to be fair, he's the first sort of Deadpool-ish sort of character.
Spawn's badass, man.
Yeah.
If any of you guys out there, if you like superhero stuff and you like dark stuff, and you like kind of metal and shit like that, which you should do listening to this, go and watch you should be able to find it on YouTube. There used to be a cartoon series of Spawn, and it was dark and gritty.
Yes, there was. Yes, I remember that.
Me and my dad used to watch it.
Yeah, I remember that. Right, I'm going to skip my second one there. I'm going to go straight with this one from the Punisher film. Mm-hmm. And that's Drowning Pool with Step Up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you could take anything from the Punisher album because there's a lot of metal soundtracks in this.
I mean, if we were going to have a discussion about who's the most metal
character,
Spawn and Punisher are going to have a bit of a fisticuff, aren't they? Other than Hellboy as well.
Oh, Hellboy. But then again,
he might come up.
Like, sort of humour-wise, you could arguably put Deadpool in that.
Oh, yeah. There's plenty that are pretty fucking metal. Yeah. Although Thor is obviously metal as shit, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, well, he is.
God of Thunder.
He is a man of moth.
Yeah, he is. We've said this before, haven't we?
Yes.
That's a great chat.
Step Up's quality tune. Your next one, Sarah.
Okay. So my next one is from... all of mine seem to be 90s. A lot of mine seem to be from the 90s, which does say something about me. But mine is...
I was from the 90s as well, so don't
mine
worry.
is from the soundtrack to The Crow.
Oh, just
which not a lot of people realise it is
actually
a comic book, and so I'm going to go with, from The Crow, I'm going to go with The Badge by Pantera.
Yes.
Yeah.
I forget that's in this film.
Yeah.
But it's heavily featured in this film.
Yeah.
Oh, that film is just...
That film's great, and...
It's just a shame that it was Brandon Lee's first and last proper big film.
Yeah.
Because that man could have done so much more.
Yeah, definitely. And they are actually redoing...
I heard, yes.
Redoing The Crow.
And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I don't know.
If they can do it justice, yeah.
I had heard that Momoa might be doing it.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, I'm almost certain that Jason Momoa is going to be the Crow.
That's an interesting shout. Yeah. I like that.
I like it. It's quite spicy.
It is quite spicy. Next one for me. Oh, do I go with it? Do I not? Right, okay, let's go with this one. Let's go with What We're All About by Sum 41 featuring Kerry King from the Spider-Man soundtrack. The
original Spider-Man? Tobey Maguire?
Yeah.
Wowzers, I didn't know that was on there.
Yeah, Sum 41 featuring Kerry King. It's a great tune.
Nice.
Yeah. Brings a bit of metal inside.
Yeah, I didn't realise that was even a thing.
No, nor did I. I've got to find out which part of the film it's in, but it's in there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Now this is getting to the spiky end, so it's getting quite difficult for me.
Yeah.
There's 4 that I really want to pick, but I can't.
I've picked 3 out of my 6 so far.
Yeah, I've also picked 3. So the next one that I am going to go with, I am going. Okay, so I'm going to go with from the soundtrack to Kick-Ass.
Oh, great.
I am going to go with The Prodigy, Omen.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I love that.
Because it's just an absolute fucking banger.
It is. No.
And Kick-Ass is a wicked film as well.
Both justified.
Yeah.
Especially, I forgot that was in the film.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, big time. Oh, right.
What's your number 4?
My number 4. Ooh. Now, do you want to go metal or do I go sing-along?
I don't know.
Right. It was going to come up at some point. Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Cherry Bomb, The Runaways.
Yeah, what a tune.
That song,
what an absolute tune.
That song, it's a Phil Happy tune.
Yeah.
And for me, I think I've heard it so many times in the past, but it's just one of those that go, you have to sing along with it and go, Cherry Bomb.
Yeah, absolute tune. And that soundtrack's a wicked soundtrack as well.
It is, big time.
Yeah. Okay, my final pick, that's kind of made my mind up. I could go incredibly metal.
I can still do the same.
Well, how many have you done? Oh, yeah, you've done 4.
I've done 4.
So I could go incredibly metal, but I'm not.
Go for it.
I'm going to go for probably the greatest song of any superhero comic book film ever. And I am going to go for a song that was featured on the, I believe it's 1992 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film. I'm going to go for Partners in Crime with Turtle Power.
Oh my god, that's a blast from the past.
If you haven't listened to it, do so, because it is freaking brilliant.
It is so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's cheese on toast, but it's great. I nearly went for Vanilla Ice. Ninja Rap.
Oh, the Ninja Rap.
From number 2, The Secret of the Ooze.
I love that film. Oh, right. Do I go with the worst superhero film made, or do I go off The Punisher again?
Daredevil.
Yeah. Literally, you got it in one.
That's because it's fucking shit.
Oh. Do I go metal or do I do sing along again? Let's go metal.
Yeah, go for
Go back to the Punisher soundtrack. Hatebreed, Bound to Violence.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. No, that's so fitting for the Punisher.
Yeah, definitely.
So fitting.
Yeah. Quality. So we've got our playlist of the best rock-ish
metal songs from
superhero movies. Did you want to do like a little roundup of honourable mentions?
I've only got one other, and that was from the worst film ever.
From Daredevil. I'm intrigued because I looked at this soundtrack as well. Which one was it?
Bring Me to Life by Evanescence.
Oh yeah, that's a tune.
It is a tune, but no, I had to go metal with the one that was more fitting.
Yeah. I've got a few honourable mentions if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
I've got Smashing Pumpkins. The end is the beginning of the end.
That's from
Batman and Robin.
Yeah. I looked at that.
Nicely done. Obviously, Black Sabbath, Iron Man from Iron Man.
Iron Man 2 was just a whole list of AC/DC songs.
AC/DC, Thunderstruck was another one. Queen, Flash.
Oh, of course.
From the Flash.
From Flash.
Yeah. I've also got Rammstein, My Herz Brennt from Hellboy 2.
Oh, was that in there?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. And lastly, I put A Perfect Circle, Passive, which is on the Constantine soundtrack, which is a great film. It's way underrated.
Oh, it's way underrated.
I love Constantine.
Yeah. Well, that's our playlist for them.
Yeah, so we will have that up on Spotify.
Yeah.
For your listening pleasure.
Yes. But anyway, as always, follow us. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're on the lot. If you're listening to us, subscribe to us through either Spotify or YouTube or
iTunes.
iTunes, Apple Podcasts, or Podbean.
Yeah.
Either way, follow us on all of those. But next week, we will do our other playlist.
Yeah.
And we're going to do that to songs that would be most notably... Well, we think that serial killers would listen to.
Are we going to do ones that are about serial killers? Or ones
ones that we would think serial killers might want to listen to.
Okay, cool. So we're going to do a serial killer playlist.
So for all you serial killers out there, we got your back.
Listen up next week, because it's for you.
And then off the back of that, we've got 2 albums for next week.
Yes, we have.
So I decided to go with Nita Strauss.
Yeah.
With her new album. And
which is called...
Ooh, good question, Sarah. Good question.
It's called Controlled Chaos.
It is called Controlled Chaos.
And the other album we are going to be reviewing is by a band called All Hail the Yeti. And the song is Highway Cross. The album is called Highway Crosses.
Yes, All Hail the Yeti.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So listen in next week to find out what we think about those.
Yeah. Wow.
And the usual shenanigans.
As always. Anyway, we'll leave it to it. Cheery bye.
Cheerio.